All right. I'm really excited about that new voodoo magic system that's going in there to be really good for, kind of down in the swamps and Mardi Gras stuff, aren't you?
Oh, yes, that new system of voodoo that you
Yeah,
do,
voodoo as you
that
do.
hoodoo, you know, you do. Oh, wait, we're live. Oh my gosh,
Oh, we are.
we've been caught. Totally not staged and scene. Welcome to the Release 62 live stream. Lord British,
Indeed, indeed. Hello, everybody. Hey, I'm very glad to be with you. I've been a little under the weather for most of the last week. I'm really glad to say while I might take a couple coughing breaks, I'm back to pretty good health and getting better every day now. But Release 62, which just came out, it's so exciting. We're very excited to be sharing it with you. I'm Richard Gary, Lord British, as you all know, and I'll pass it back over there to start to finish introductions.
welcome everyone to the Release 62 live stream, and we're going to kick it off with a bang. You get to do it with prizes.
I don't have a hat.
Wear a mask.
All right,
Protect your identity.
we've got prizes.
Prizes! All right. We have an Avatar's Radio mug. Goes to Randor Dad Dragon. Avatar's Radio t-shirt. Goes to Mithrandir de Grey. Valentine gift boxes goes to Elwyn Moon. Valentine card goes to Anpu. Natural Cavern Dungeon set goes to Bantium. Jeweled party dress goes to Shimizu. Replenishing Fireworks Mega Set goes to Nora East. And 2018 Winter Ultra Set goes for Valand Delang.
Congratulations, prize winners. And
Hooray, huzzah!
Chris, or Lord British, how many ways can you be eligible to be in the drawing for a prize?
I always mess this up. I'm going to let Richard say.
That's
Two,
right.
the answer's two.
Two ways.
What are those ways, Darkstar?
I'm glad you asked. You can make a purchase in our store. Any purchase will do.
We'd appreciate that a lot.
Yes. And if you make a purchase, that makes you eligible for the drawing. Or no purchase necessary because that is the law. You can go inside the game and inside chat type our monthly secret phrase. And this month, our theme is Carnival. And so the secret phrase is "Let the good times roll." I wanted to do the French saying "Laissez le bon temps rouler," but I thought that would be too hard for everyone. So we did the English translation, "Let the good times roll." So if you go inside game chat and you type "Let the good times roll," you will go into our prize drawing. And because this is our monthly release, instead of the weekly drawings where we just have two, we've got a bunch of drawings. And you heard all the things you can win. And this month, because it is the 5th anniversary of Avatar's Radio, they have donated merchandise. So Avatar's Radio t-shirts and Avatar's Radio mugs. So we're super excited to add those items to the mix. So if you win one of those Avatar's Radio's items, Amber Rain, or Amber Oaken, I should say, because her character got married in the game, and I presided and then did the DJing. Amber Oaken is paying attention. She's not jotting down names, but just in case, you can contact her in Discord or a PM in the forums to receive your prize. Other prizes we'll take care of as well. So we'll be doing prize drawings all during the live stream, and we'll be doing stretch goals as well. So if you make a purchase, you will also get stretch goals, and each month for the release we do stretch goals based on our revenue. And so this month, because it is Carnival season, Mardi Gras in Louisiana, it's Carnival in South America, we are doing Carnival themes. So our stretch goals are a masquerade mask, which we've already hit thanks to everyone who is participating in our rewards program. So our rewards program automatically puts you in with our stretch goals. Next up is going to be Carnival colors. So we're already at 20,000. So once we hit 30,000, we'll do a Carnival colors cycling die. So it cycles between purple, green, and yellow, which are kind of the classic Mardi Gras Carnival colors. At 45K, we'll get the Jester mask and wand and staff. So it's, the little typical thing that the jester has, where he has the little jester head on the wand, on his little wand. It's going to be like that. Then at 60K, it'll be a set of basement hatches with the 3 brewing symbols on them, because one of the things you do during Carnival is it's the whole point of Carnival is that you celebrate and imbibe and get all the things out of your system until Lent hits, when you have to give up all those things. So we thought, brewing hatches would fit that theme.
Did you mention that you're from New Orleans area?
Oh, no. So
we humor him by letting him have this one every year.
So I actually grew up in Louisiana, went to Mardi Gras a lot. And then Richard, Lord British, and I used to go to Mardi Gras together a lot.
A lot, like 20 years in a row. So many that we actually, after 10 years, we built our own pirate ship float that we built in Austin and dragged out to Mardi Gras. And it's actually still there running, with or without us. It's still running as part of the Crew of Tux. Look for the great pirate ship with lots of animations and smoke. That's us.
That float, and in fact, that float is so cool that when the New Orleans Saints won the Super Bowl, they got to go into the warehouse where all the Mardi Gras floats are stored, and they got to pick any float they wanted to ride in their victory parade, and they chose the pirate ship.
Oh,
yeah. And so I have a storage crate full of just Mardi Gras stuff. That's how we're wearing all this stuff, because that's how I have this awesome drink thing. So so yes, they humor me and let me have the Carnival themed stretch goals and all the Mardi Gras stuff. So I'm welcome, I guess. So enjoy.
Don't worry though. Players are saying that I need to pick one, so don't worry. Next week, for those who don't know, before I came to Texas, I lived in Maine, so we will have an all potato themed stretch goal set.
Wow,
everything potatoes.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. It's
maybe a lobster.
Right? Why not lobsters?
Yeah.
Or syrup, maple syrup. Is that Maine? No,
I don't think that's
lobsters.
Maybe some in Maine.
Come on, lobsters, man.
Lobsters. Yeah, it'll be a lobster theme. Awesome. So exciting. All right, potatoes and lobster. Fantastic. All right, so we'll also, in addition to prizes and stretch goals, I didn't even finish going through all the stretch goals, but there's going to be a bunch more. Like a formal dress and tuxedo for going to your masquerade ball. And then a ballroom, dungeon room for our player dungeon. And then finally, if we get all the way through all of those, then a jester outfit, which I personally am excited about because, I love a jester outfit. In addition to all those things, the stretch goals and the prizes, we're going to be doing a couple of deep dives. The first one we're going to do is player dungeons. And then we're going to have another fishing contest. Gosh, I love the fishing contests. So we've done a saltwater fishing contest, which was our first one. Then we did a lava fishing contest. Lava fishing, what? That's crazy. And now the next one, today's fishing contest is going to be bedded water fishing contest. And that's going to be... So we're going to have that. That's going to be at 4 o'clock. So get ready for that. Those of you who are going to participate, that's going to be in South Bedded Swamp. So meet there and start fishing at 4 o'clock. And then we will be judging. And by 4:45, you'll have to have turned in your swamp fish that you have caught. And we'll be judging. That'll be me and Vaskopour, who will be judging and announcing the fishing contest. So it should be a fun live stream today. We're very excited. And Release 62 is out. So much cool stuff in Release 62. Chris, would you like to talk about things you did in Release 62, and then I'll jump in?
Let's see. I joined Richard actually in being sick a lot. So I did actually miss some stuff in R62, and then I also remember going and setting up server stuff.
Oh yeah, we our servers are not in the same place now.
So we actually moved the servers this release, and I had some people ask me, when are you going to move the servers? Which I take as the ultimate compliment because we moved them and you didn't notice. So things went smoothly. We have one glitch to work out. Let's see, that happened in R62.
You did some pet balance.
I did some pet balance. So you're
The
talking about things
summons.
players actually care about that I did.
Right.
So
no one cares about
there's some
service.
pet balance for summon things. There's still some more work to go on it. Just reminding some people looked at it and said they're not that much tougher. Just a reminder that my big goal for the last 5 releases or so, after hearing it over and over again, is I used to do the whole pendulum thing of like, let me balance it, and I'd make it too powerful, and then I'd be like, well, I got to turn that back a little bit, and then of course like people, no, every time the pendulum comes back towards the middle, like they don't mind if I make them tougher, but as soon as I try to make them weaker after that, everybody loses their mind. So that was the nudge in the right direction. There was also a nudge in the right direction for some of the deck stuff where it helps light armor scale some more and some defensive skills some more and range critical some more. And it actually is a small factor in spell critical chance. So having a higher dex actually increases your spell crit chance. So again, that's another one of, we all know that it's the redheaded stepchild of the 3 stats, and I'm continuing to try to pile more and more stuff on it. But not huge things, but it'll get there.
Well, and didn't you discover fun stuff like the demon, instead of increasing its strength, was getting its jump strength increased?
Yeah, so that's actually one that when I went through and found that's the demon had never actually been working correct because he was doing jump strength instead of strength, which does nothing for a pet, obviously. You didn't know if your pet could jump like miles into the sky if he actually jumped. But yeah, and I think I mentioned that last time, but then also the thing I will mention now is I think after I made that fix, because he lives in a different folder than all the other pet stuff, I don't think I made any other tweaks to him, and he probably needs some more tweaks. So the demon probably is a little tougher now because the bug was fixed, but I don't think I made any additional fixes for the chaos tweak and chaos specialization. Because I tried to make sure every pet has they got a little tougher just in general, but then also if you're specialized in whatever school summons them, they get some extra thing. For most of them, it's just they're stronger, they hit for a little more, they have a little more health. I know for the water one, the thing I did was he can heal significantly more if you're specialized in water, like possibly up to like double the heal type stuff. So trying to make it more specific to the thing. I think some of them got more defense if you're specialized. And someone pointed out that I'd promised to add that to the description of the spell, what happens with specialization for it, and I totally forgot. I didn't forget, I just got too much crap to do.
Well, and you were deathly ill.
And I was deathly ill, and then also had a death in the family and had to travel to East Texas for several days for a funeral stuff. So
but we still got a ton of stuff done in Release 62. So one of the big things was we got backslot items now can be enchanted and masterworked. So that includes backpacks, cloaks, wings, and quivers. So backpacks now, they have strength and carry capacity. They can have strength and carry capacity stats associated with them. Cloaks can have defense and attack speed stats with them. Wings can have dexterity and move rate stats, and quivers can have dex and ammo recovery attributes associated with them. So it's no longer before it was the only backslot item that had anything associated with it was Shroud, which is basically you didn't get it until you got to the very end of the game. And at that point, then that's the only thing anybody wore. But now you have options, and you can choose to wear different backslot. And also, more importantly, folks who haven't gotten a Shroud now have an option to wear something on their back that does something. So that's super exciting. And in the process, over 100 items got patterns associated with it.
And I will point out one of the complaints I've heard about that is, of course, everybody is always, I love it, I love it, I love it. But the butt.
Everyone's got a big butt.
Yeah, everyone has a big butt. The butt this time it's not balanced between the 3 stats, so there's not good ways to get intelligence. I guess there's one little intelligence thing you can do for one of them, but like you can get a lot of strength, you can get a lot of dex, but there's nothing for intelligence. So we're going to be looking at that to see if that's one we need to polish, balance.
All right. Other thing, this one was a player request. Several players requested this. Of course, it's not every player wants it, so we're looking at a way to give you an option to maybe not necessarily see it, but masks can now be used as patterns for helms. So those of you, so the great Fishman versus Horseman wars can now commence, where you can wear your fish helm or your horse helm. So I know some of you are very excited by that, and some of you are quite horrified. So you're welcome, as guests. Also, a really big one is that before now, you got a free property deed, but that didn't happen until the very end of the game. You could turn that way when you cough, and then it won't be as loud in the mic. But that wasn't until the very end of the game, which was like 40 hours of gameplay. And so now we moved that row lot deed to be at the end of the outskirts. So that's actually only after a few hours of gameplay you can get your first row lot deed for free. So that's a huge change and super exciting, gets people into property ownership really soon in the game. And then we upgraded the property deed that you get at the end of the game to a village deed, which is, as most folks know, is twice as big as row lot deed. So that's a gigantic upgrade.
And it opens, the big thing on the village one is it opens a lot more options for outside decorations, whereas the row lots are pretty much, you got like this tiny little front porch. Can't put anything very big at all on it. And also, you're probably going to mention it, and I'm cutting off the thing, but it's related to it because I've seen a lot of questions about it, is there's now the lot deed upgrades in game, which people have been loving and taking advantage of for the last few days, last week or so. But for those, you can upgrade, because the ones we give you in the quest, they're actually no drop, and that's for obvious reasons of like, hey, let me go make 1,000 characters and get 1,000 lots, and then I have 1,000 lots to sell. But we made the initial ones no drop, but you can upgrade them from no drop to non-no drop to tradable with at a much cheaper rate than you could buy a fresh one. So you can take those and you can make them into or tradable and then upgrade those as well. So.
And one thing to note, I saw a question go by from Lily Bird asking if you've already finished the quest, can you get the deed? Yes, if you read the instructions, there's steps, which I know everyone reads the instructions.
He yells at us too.
It's funny. I expect our players to read the instructions, and I can't even get my team to read the instructions and give me feedback on them before I send them out to you, the players. But if you read the instructions, there's actually steps. It says exactly what you need to do to go back and talk to the various quest givers to get your lot deeds. And yes, all you have to do is go back and talk to them again, and you'll get your lot deeds, even if you've already previously done the quest. So, but yes, the information is in the instructions that you can read, which I know all of you read. You just forgot that you read it.
Yeah, that's it. Just forgot.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, I just looked and that there's a mask drawn on the screen back there. That looks way too good for you to draw. Who did you get to draw that for you?
Oh, Travis drew that.
Okay.
So after much feedback on the drawings that I was doing for the whiteboards for the live streams, I've now gotten Travis to do the drawings. So
good call.
Feedback. Let's see. Other cool things to improve quality of life. Like Chris mentioned, you can now upgrade your lot deeds with crowns. We also lowered property taxes across the board. We had previously lowered them for just the row lots, but we lowered them across for all sizes of lots, especially the biggest lots, the keep and castle ones, which were insane.
Our apologies to anyone who had a keep or castle lot. Those went in. I think we had set values long ago and like it totally ignored them, and those were never really meant to be the values. We're just like, well, these don't exist, so we'll just throw some numbers in there, and those numbers kind of were painful. It was only costing about 1 million gold a month to keep a castle lot going in the game. Is that high? 1 million gold?
It's a little high. Maybe not even playable. Maybe. So anyway, that's fixed. So sorry about that.
So go update
It
now.
only took us a year, but it's done. So Merry Carnival. All right. Other cool thing, other fun things is we got. It's not only is it Carnival time, but it's the time of year for love, and so Valentine items are in the store. So those are in there. So congratulations, those of you who would like to spread your feelings around. You can purchase those items. There's Valentine's gift boxes, and this year they're heart shaped. So Scotty went all out. We showed those in last week's live stream. Instead of just putting Valentine's themed paper on the square and rectangular boxes, he actually made us heart shaped boxes and the Valentine's cards. So you can leave your Valentine cards around. And then we also made another set of new player dungeon rooms, which we showed in a previous live stream. They are natural cavern shaped. So if you want a more cavey themed dungeon or a section of your dungeons that's cave themed, you can do that now. And we knocked out a bunch of the live streams items. So the last couple of Release 58 items, the Dragon Helm and the Dragon Bow. And if you haven't seen those, they're awesome. Damon did an awesome job. They look really cool. The Dragon Bow, the bow's got these like dragon wing thing going on with it, and the Dragon Helm is really cool. Just shows how cool these stretch goals can be. And then the R59, all the fish stuff. So those of you really into fishing, it's they're just really cool. And people are already getting really creative with the fish masks. I know the fish mask created some horror among some of you, but a lot of people are now using them as decorations. So someone created a fish fountain by sticking the fish masks in where the water falls out on the fountain to make it look like the classic fountain with the fish where the water comes out of the mouth. It's really,
and it's
really.
given me a few excuses to sing fish heads, roly poly fish heads, fish heads, eat them up, yum.
You know where those came from? Where they have the fish fountains? Because there's some famous fish fountains out there.
No, tell us, Chris.
The story. So anyway, so that's actually, came from in the old days, in Germany, they would have the fish fountains, but the fish fountains were actually when they'd have the daily market, people would bring live fish and they'd put the fish in there for selling the live fish. And so the fish fountain was actually for the fish that were going to be sold that day.
Whoa.
I have no idea if that's true, but that's the story I was told.
It sounds cool.
When I was a small child.
I don't believe it, but it sounds really cool.
I don't make fun of your Mardi Gras stuff.
No, you do. You just said you humor me to have the Mardi Gras stuff. Not that the Mardi Gras stuff is cool. You said you humor me, so you totally make fun of it.
Just to be honest, I'm still a little bitter that the jester hat is too small to fit on my head.
It's really tight. It's actually uncomfortable for me, and so, but he is jealous that I'm wearing the jester hat because it has bells that make noise. So. And the Release 60, we got the first Release 60 item, which is the dungeon room with the fishing spot that got sent out, folks. So very, very cool stuff. So very exciting. And the rest of Q1 is going to rock as well. We're really, really excited about all the great stuff we're going to give you. So a new polearm type, which we actually did all the tech setup for this release. Which is the pronged weapons.
We didn't get those in?
Well, no, because you just needed to we did the tech support for it, but we have to get all the weapons set up. So that's going to be pitchforks and tridents. So the demon trident, we're going to make a cool artifact out of that. So you need to make that next time.
Okay.
And we're going to have pitchforks. And so what do you want to describe how pronged weapons are different than other polearms?
I forget what the final thing was. The big thing is they hit, for those who've used the Vile crossbow before, it comes off the Cabalist. It actually, when you shoot it, it shoots 3 arrows. It hits 3 times for smaller damage. The pitchfork does the same basic thing, where if you look at the total damage, it does more damage than any other one-handed thing, but it does it in 3 hits that do basically 40% the damage of normal one-handed polearm. So it does like a 40% hit, a 40% hit, a 40% hit. So there is potential for hitting if you're attacking stuff that has low or no armor. There is potential for doing more damage. If you're fighting stuff with big armor, the trident isn't going to do as much. It also has some push and pull bonuses, and trying to remember if there's anything else. I think that's kind of the big stuff. There may be 1 or 2 other little things I threw in there to differentiate it a little bit.
Cool. Also, Grandmaster only effects. So these are effects that are only revealed once you get to Grandmaster level in crafting. Fertilizer for agriculture, more pet balance. The Envy Angel, we showed that off last week. That's going to be our latest seasonal boss, and ironically, she's missing Valentine's. So get it? So like, all right. Easter items are coming up. First episode 2 areas. So we're going to have at least one episode 2 scene that you're going to be able to visit. Those of you who have access to episode 2 areas. And by the end of Q1, you'll be able to spawn creatures in your player dungeon. So that'll be awesome.
Pushing for that for next release, by the way.
What?
We'll see. Justin was like, I need some tasks, so I've moved some stuff up, but we'll see. I'm hoping that'll happen for our 63, but
that'd be awesome.
It may be blocked by Disney World.
Yeah, aren't you going to Disney?
Because I'm going to Disney World for a week for Maxine's 5th birthday.
And then, so that's Q1. But then the rest of 2019 is going to have all sorts of awesome stuff too. The ability to have your row lot be empty finally. I know that players have asked for that forever. So that's finally coming. Being able to, so we gave people the ability to upgrade their lots deed sizes this release with crowns. And our plan is to give you the ability to upgrade your town size with crowns. Crafting specialization, so being able to, once you pick a specialization, you're going to be able to choose your effect when you do masterworks and enchanting. More loot improvements, more cool patterns and weapons in the add-on store. More fishing improvements.
More fishing!
We made a few tweaks this release. Some pirate content is coming up. So pirate wearables, some pirate props, because everyone loves pirates. And then all this culminates in episode 2 at the end of 2019 with a revamp of our quest and journal system, a theater system, treasure hunting with treasure maps, item leveling and reputation. So your item levels up and gets a cool title and effects. Skeleton Slayer when you kill 100 skeletons with your sword and gets a bonus against skeletons. Taming expansions. So pet leveling and the ability to control which skills your pet uses. Customizable NPCs and expanded permission system for containers and doors. So lots and lots of cool stuff coming up in 2019, and cool stuff happening just Monday, because Monday is our Release 62 dance party where I'm DJing, and it's not just the Release 62 dance party, it is celebrating the 5th anniversary of Avatars Radio. So the dance party is in Radio City. So we're very, very excited and honored about that. So
there are a few things you missed that people were asking questions about that I'll call out that'll be coming soon. One that will be coming next up is on the lot upgrade thing. Right now you can only upgrade what I call vertically, like you can get bigger houses. You can go, from row to village to town, whatever. There will be more of the other type things like being able to go from taxed to tax-free and from non-water to water and some of those type things. We're trying to make sure and keep those on the level because there's some things we promised you could only get on these exclusive things. So we'll try and keep an eye on those type promises, make sure we aren't breaking any of those. But we're trying to make it so you can upgrade it across horizontal if you want to switch to town. Paying to get from a pot to a place anywhere is another one that'll happen. But those will all happen. Somebody asked about also, are we going to be able to level up or pay to raise our houses? That's one we're going to look at. There may be some complications with that. We try to avoid breaking promises, and I'm not sure if we promise this is an exclusive house with this thing. But we'll definitely look at that, and if there's a possible way to have an upgrade path, we'd love to do that, because then you can get from, move up the line on your house as well. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yeah, much better.
Yeah.
Coughing.
Oh, look, there's Bobby.
Bad.
Hi, Bobby.
Prizes.
Prizes! Hello!
And remember, there are 2 ways to be eligible for a prize. You can say the secret phrase, which is let the good times roll in chat in the game, or you can make a purchase on the store. And if you make a purchase, that means more revenue, which means more stretch goals for everybody.
Ready?
That's the cards,
Yes.
right? Let the good times roll.
Yeah.
That is right.
Rick Ocasek.
Yeah.
Ugliest man in music.
Avatar's Radio Mug goes to Rosie. Avatar's Radio T-shirt goes to Extra Moon. Valentine gift boxes goes to Fuzzy Lark. Valentine card goes to Long Last Name. Thank you.
Yeah.
Natural Cavern Dungeon set goes to Nassim Baloo. Jeweled Party Dress goes to Luna Moon. Replenishing Fireworks Mega Set goes to Honora Pan. And 2018 Winter Ultra set goes to Zine Moonlight.
All right. Thank you, Bobby, for the prizes. All right. And now we're going to talk about player dungeons. So, Classical Core, a.k.a. Travis, is going to come in. And
Can I give
he
a
and
little
Chris
intro?
are going to show off dungeons.
Yeah, hey, before they get started on that, I just want to make something a comment about dungeons, and more broadly, actually, about the concept of player-created content, which dungeons are just a great example of. Anytime you do something as big as this game, it's very difficult for the team to keep up with the consumption of content that the players put to it. And so player-created content is always one of those holy grails that the developers always look towards. But it's also very difficult to do, because it usually ends up, when you give the ability to make player-created content, it can easily end up in a world full of endless seas of half-finished or not well-finished stuff to peruse. Well, in our case, the team has just done a great job of creating not only the decoration tools that everybody already knows and loves for their homes, that I think let people create things that are really beautiful, but if you add to that, putting these things underground and give them the ability to assemble dungeons, as we've now done, that means not only are we now creating things that are incredibly beautiful, but because they're in a dungeon space, it means while you're working on them or half finished, or people that haven't really completed or haven't become experts at it yet, you're not forced to wade through all that as you go to the content you want. And we're going to be adding features to help celebrate the ones that are really great and call attention to the ones that are really great. We're continuing to expand not just the dungeon building and decorating, but with all of the player-created quest tools that are coming online. This is just really becoming, I think, really an incredibly cool system for the game, an incredibly cool system for the community. And I, too, am wonderfully excited to see what you guys are going to show off today. Have at it.
All right, hold on. Logging into the game.
I have to change scenes at least once. So.
Okay,
and by
yeah,
the
we got to teleport around a little bit. For those who don't know, the dungeon stuff is, as Richard said, that's content you guys can create. There's a lot of people who are very passionate, possibly overly passionate about it. I think it's actually kind of cool because it's one of those things where it's like we let you just build out as big as you want to. We let you upgrade with gold. You can also upgrade with crowns. I think our biggest guys basically have done like half and half upgrading. That as you upgrade on one, it gets more expensive and you end up wanting to upgrade on the other. Yeah, I mean, just being able to build out and build what you want. And we're continuing to add more things. We didn't get nearly many new pieces in this release as we wanted, just because, again, we ran into a lot of time sinks with the server move and illnesses and deaths in the family and more illnesses. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little bit sick, but it is one of those cool things. The next big part, for those who haven't heard me talk about before, the next big thing coming that I'm hoping will be next release is going to be the the actually having creatures that spawn in them. We've got a few systems in there that we're having to figure out how to properly short circuit because we've always had kind of some safety check type stuff in there for scenes to make sure that like there could be no loot show up in a scene that was not baked into the scene. We're having to break some of those concepts, and there's some things like with creatures, they have to be baked into the scene. The scene has to know about. We got to have like a limited number of creatures. So that's one of those things we're trying to break that because we won't let you guys do whatever you want to. The loot, in case you're wondering how that's going to work, like you get to build your own dungeon and you get creatures and loot. For those who don't know, the loot and the experience board are going to be more comparable to what you would get from what I call the control point style loot, where it's the same creature, same loot, except the creature is a little bit, basically 2 levels tougher. So you'll be getting loot, you'll be getting experience, but it'll be at a little bit lower level. All right, let me zoom up there.
No.
Yeah. No.
There you
go. Let's see.
So how do you set up a dungeon?
To set up a dungeon, all you have to have is a dungeon entrance hatch. It works very much like basements do. You can have a dungeon and a basement at the same time. But you place that down, and then you'll have to have some, we call it the entry room, the, what do we call that thing? The foyer. The foyer. The foyer. Which you just saw, he went into a mirror on that one. That is one of the entrances that is pretty popular. Both looks cool and doesn't take up a ton of space.
I like that one. I like the book too, the magic book.
Yeah, and that was kind of the idea, is I wanted to make sure and have a couple of smaller entrance type things. If you want to attract a lot of people to it, having a big grand one so people can see it from far away is important. But others like those you can just place in your house. So whose dungeon are we in here? Oh, this is yours.
My dungeon. Serpent's Watch, which anyone can come check out if they.
Yeah, nice decos. And you can see the hallway types here. We have different types of hallways in it where there's different, some are the type that you just buy for like 100 gold and craft them with granite. We do have some in the store that, again, they're just visual differences. I think this is a store one, right?
Yeah, this is the blue marble. This
Okay,
is the
blue marble.
The green marble.
Good, it's very realistic because it's like kind of the green, even though you call it green marble, it just has a little bit of green.
A
like
little bit of
marble.
green. Not like fluorescent.
Nicely decoed.
This way. Oh, and this is in the stone set. My new favorite room to come hang out in.
Like that.
And then I gave myself a Duke room just to test all the decos. This is the room that Duke founders. I'm never sure clear on the levels. But some people are getting this for.
Yeah, Duke founders.
Duke founders. All kinds of deco surfaces.
We'll show them the ones up high that you put in.
Oh yeah.
I thought those were cool.
You can put stuff way up in these little crannies if you want. I messed around yesterday with banners and such. You can get in here, I guess, if you stacked enough stuff up. So you can put your throne in there, you can put banners fit, you can put them down here and have some ominous statue behind you, or your slaves with palm leaves. I think we need that as an equipable a slave palm.
And
the fanny
the
mode.
NPC.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it NPCs? I thought
that
players would want to roleplay that.
Well, both.
Yeah.
One both, right.
Yeah, good deco surfaces. But you can tell the difference between the dungeons I put together and the ones that List puts together, because mine have horrible deco surfaces. You can basically throw stuff on the floor.
Yeah, I think you have a Jira. Ones I need.
But I just need to give the Jira to List.
I think they go to me pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, where's Tazar's dungeon? Should I jump to
him? Is it the Falling Waters? Is that what the name of his town is?
Okay.
I have to go find him. Yeah, he might be there.
Oh, yeah,
I told him I'd probably. Yeah, I told him I'd probably come. I don't see him on there. Yeah, teleport to him. Name of it? No, it's
How
not
do
the
you
name.
spell his character
It's not.
name? How do you spell your character name, Tazar? I forget. I don't even know.
Falling Waters is the Frank Lloyd Wright. His is something like that. Though.
Oh, no. I don't know the name of it.
Hold on, I'll have to go find it. We're super prepared, by the way.
Yeah.
Just so people know, like normally we do a little preparation. We talk about how little preparation we did today. I was actually, in addition to us having to move our servers into the new place, and we got all that done. We also had to be out of the old place today. So this morning, immediately after stand-ups, I took Bobby undone, and we ran to the old place and unloaded all that stuff, and then took those over, and then we mounted one server, and then basically I walked in and started like, we're supposed to do a show in like at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. But anyways, we had even less time than normal to prepare for things.
Well, normally we also do this a week later after the release.
Someone's going to be in Disney World.
Yeah, but since someone isn't going to be here next week, Chris.
Just going to drop that a few times. Going to Disney World.
We had to do it this week, the day after release. So normally we try to not do anything the day after release. Have we made enough excuses?
Yeah.
Do we make enough excuses?
Did I mention I'm sick? Still?
Oh, look.
Almost over it.
It's posted right there in chat.
Yeah.
Waters Fortress.
Yeah, just
it
cut.
Is Falling Waters.
Yeah.
Falling Waters Fortress.
Falling Waters Fortress. That's what I forgot.
There we go.
Yeah, he gave you the teleport string if you just want to do a debug teleport.
Copy it?
Yeah, I think so. Go over and copy the text tab. Don't forget the equals on the end. All up to there.
Here, right?
Yep.
I need debug also.
Copy.
So there are craftable dungeon pieces, right? And then there's dungeon pieces you can collect.
Yeah.
Can you describe that?
Yeah. Well, thank you, Star.
Yeah.
So there's the pieces that are kind of the simplest things, the simplest dungeon building blocks. Most of those you can just buy off of like a merchant somewhere. They're cheap. You just have to pay the grant to craft them. There's the fancy ones that we showed that are kind of they're the same as what you would get normally, but then they've got some a little bit cooler visuals. We appreciate if you buy those, but you can get most of the same stuff that's just not as cool looking out there. And then there's some unique ones that you can't even buy that are drops off of creatures. We've been trying to, and again, this release I had a bunch of stuff I planned on doing that I didn't get to, just due to all the stuff that's come up. But we'd intended on turning a bunch more rooms into dungeons, but that's going to be kind of the thing going forward as we build dungeons, as we go back to old dungeons and clean them up, that we're going to be turning those into room drops, because then those can become the unique drops as you get a blueprint for a dungeon, because that's how they work. There's basically a recipe and a blueprint, and the blueprint is destroyed when you craft it. So we can have it so like, hey, if you go to right now, I forget how many there are, 6, 7, 8, 9 blueprints out there that drop in the dungeons, and again, that becomes the unique drop for that dungeon. That's awesome loot for them. But yeah, so you can get those. Those are things you can go and farm. Where we are in, we're now in Tazar's. This is somebody who is, I call him Dungeon Lord, but I probably should call him Dungeon Debugger, because he's the guy that also manages to break things. But he has gone a little bit crazy with his dungeon, and did you come and take a look at it ahead of time?
No, I haven't been here since. Well, he's obviously changed his foyer, so it's different from last time.
Change your weapon. I hate that. I can't believe that bugs. Is that actually
weapon trails when there's
the
no
weapon trails? Yeah, the weapon trail when it's still open. Is that actually?
Yes. It's probably because I had poison.
Yeah.
So which foyer is this?
Yeah. Go ahead.
The minecart 5 entry.
Cool.
So this is one of the foyers you can get in the store, foyers you can get in the store. That again, these things are pretty much just the difference is visuals, that it's got a lot of cooler stuff going on. But this one has the entrance, and it's kind of cool that it's got a big open area. It's got a place you can fish right there in the entrance. I guess if you want to, that's like the pay to win thing, except we've got a few free ones you can get that are also fishing. And we gave out a fishing one in
It was a live stream.
yeah, live stream.
It was 60.
Yeah. So they're out there. But anyways, that one I think people like just because it's massive. It doesn't really let you place more decos. We've got the same type deco limit stuff that are out there, but it doesn't have that many places you can place the decorations. Is kind of how we balanced that because we didn't want to just make a giant football field where you can make a massive deco thing. Yeah, the 5 minecart thing. But that one's kind of fun just because it's got the little minecart that goes around and it moves a little quicker than you can run.
And stuff has to be super flat for the deco system to work, so
Yeah.
it just kind of made some. Here's a cool rocky cave, but flat spots. There's these little landings, but because it's so big, so people are asking why can't I have a room with minecarts in it, or
Can you do it? Can you do
potentially
it?
someday a
You
minecart.
just made that look easy. Takes me like 10 tries. I gave up trying to do it. I just stand in front of it and let it run me over.
That works.
And then you can wiggle a little bit and you can get
Yeah.
into it.
Um,
Pro tip.
so we have a limitation at the moment with putting these movers. So basically, like, the game doesn't know that there's a track here and makes the cart follow the track. You have to hand make the path that the minecart goes on and all the curves. It just kind of has to follow it. So if you put that in a room and then you rotate that 90 degrees, it kind of all explodes. But we're working on that, so maybe someday, people would like someday way down the road, the end goal would be like, I just want to construct my own train set, minecart set, and have what do you call it? T's and L's and I don't have a guide down. Why?
Yeah, it'd be fun because then you could have like the levers ahead of the Y where you have to like hit the when you go by you have to like trying to get the lever to trigger to switch which way it's going.
Oh, he's waiting for us. Oh, he's already decorated. All right, let's pretend I didn't do that and we'll enter it naturally. See him.
See him sitting on his throne.
Yeah, see him waiting for us.
Oh, is this his throne room?
This is his throne room. He's begun to decorate.
Look with his banners.
Nice.
With his heraldry. That's his heraldry, right?
Is this your heraldry, Tazar? It's somebody's heraldry. Crafted by him, so I'm gonna assume yes.
And again, for those new players in the game, we have a heraldry system where you can actually go and submit heraldry to us, and it'll actually show up in game and other people can see. We have an approval process for that, so it's not instantaneous. But I'm approving them now. I'm getting to them pretty quick, usually within a day or two.
Got some lights up there.
So how many pieces is this dungeon?
1440 or something.
So it's a 14. I think
1402, which is insane. I
increased mine to placed 14?
He says so.
Well, I know he can place. I didn't know if he'd place that many. Last I talked to him, he had like 1,100 in it, and then we had that bug that went live with a release with the owner of the dungeon couldn't enter the dungeon if there was a certain thing in there. That's actually something for those who didn't know. We did have some bugs in the earlier versions. Now it's totally bug free, no bugs whatsoever.
I increased mine to like 120, and then I was getting carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
No one got the joke.
And
I did a pretty straight face, didn't I?
You did.
I didn't get it.
No bugs in the game whatsoever.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is one of those features that we knew it was going to be something big that we just want to like slowly roll out over time.
Oh, he says actual 1402 actually placed.
So they actually got 1,400 placed. But early on, there were some easy ways to get like pieces stuck out in the middle of nowhere. Just through some actions or accidentally letting go of something at the wrong time. So those things have been, and also there's some like misplaced attachments. Yeah, don't do it.
I can't see what
I couldn't stand it. So there were ways you can get like orphaned pieces out there that weren't attached. They were just floating in the dungeon, taking up points, but they weren't taking. So this release, we added a new feature that it has a way it can scan for those, and when you enter into a dungeon, if there's old pieces in there that are orphaned, it'll actually send them to your bank. Awesome feature, especially for cleaning up old bugs without having to completely rebuild your dungeon. But that also introduced a exception on the client during the load process in some circumstances. So That's what was blocking people from getting into the dungeon, was the end of that long story that I told you.
Oh, you might be lost in it.
Oh,
Oh, so this is the stretch goal reward that everybody who participated
nice.
will have. Fish in there. There's one spot with the deco surface that people haven't figured out yet. You can put chairs right here.
Perfect.
Oh, so you could practice your fetid fishing
That's true.
right here
there.
for the fetid fishing contest that's coming up in 10 minutes. So we should.
Oh,
What do we
where
turn
is
the
it?
player count on that scene up to?
Maybe 128 is what
Yeah.
I
Okay.
put in.
We'll see.
We'll see how that scene performs.
Yeah,
since
well-
it wasn't ever meant to have that many people in it.
I'm
That'll
sure
be awesome.
actually, you know, now that I think about it, swamp trees are the ones that have never been fixed and moved to the new system.
Hey,
It's
I
only
see
been on
that.
the to-do list for like 3 or 4 years.
You must have bought someone else's garage.
That'll probably be fine. Thing I was worried about is what if we get there and it's like, oh, we're in version 2 of the scene because there's 128 and that one, and we can still get in as devs though. We'll join you. We can
Hey,
cheat.
that's cool. Gone into a different
Those-
style here.
Those numbers are very soft numbers.
I do want to point something out as we go into this. So the hallway set for this style, a lot of people have been bugging like, hey, I put the dungeon hall and I put it next to an ancient stone and it doesn't look right.
Yep.
There is a piece which we'll be probably just make it potentially a free recipe, just so everybody can like line up and make it look.
This is though a couple of these have been rooms that drop in game, so we don't sell these rooms. These are whatever dungeon you've seen that in before. You can go there and farm around, and you will find that as a drop in there. It'll take a while. I mean, they're not common drops. It's not like you go there once and you get it. It's,
Going rogue. Get it? Oh my lord.
Yeah.
What?
Wow.
in case you're wondering the type of stuff you can build, and that's Tazar is again, he's far more than others. He's been pushing things to the limit in lots of systems, and he gets his whole guild basically they pitch in and they help with stuff.
Because he had a lot of this has to be crafted, right? So you need a ton of granite, right?
So they've been crafting, and that's driving the whole granite market for the entire server probably. But yeah, they've been crafting like mad, and there's the old dungeon or the old another style of.
This is the new one. This is the
Natural cavern.
It's old to us, but we just gave it to players for this release.
Really?
Cheaters.
So they just crafted these and put them out here already?
Yeah, or they bought
Nice.
the Cavestone set. Comes with rooms. I'm looking for some of the bigger rooms. He must have been. People are giving him his fishing grotto rooms. That's the third one I've seen. But you can place stuff on these ceilings if they're flat. You can place stuff on the floors. Look like they've done a lot of deco yet.
Well, they probably just got them down in the last 24 hours.
You want to have a role play living in a mine like a goblin or something, or tell a story with your mine or crazy cave.
But yeah, so again, next release, one of the things that we hope will make it on there, I'm somewhat optimistic. Star doesn't have the schedule or on the schedule till a little bit later, but is getting creatures so creatures can spawn in here. And for those who I haven't talked to about it, and I've been looking away from the camera this whole time because I've been watching over there. But for those who haven't heard me talk about before, the idea is that you can get the creature rooms. Some of them will drop just out there. So we've seen a few of them that'll probably have creatures spawn in them. But there will be ways. They'll start off with weak spawns in there. They'll drop loot that is a little lower than their difficulty, loot and experience a little lower than their difficulty, and but anyways, you'll be able to level up those rooms and continually increase the difficulty. So you can basically tune the dungeon to yourself. That's going to be another thing that'll be a probably a group activity farming type thing, because you'll be able to craft, like to level up the lich room, and this is still the plan, is that you'll be able to craft a totem that is takes 100 lich skulls to make a totem. But placing a totem in the room as a deco will get the level up the difficulty of what spawns in that room. So you'll be able to not just have rooms with spawns in them, but then also level up the difficulty of those things so that they get tougher and tougher, and you can make the dungeon as tough as you want to.
They will give experience. What about loot?
They get loot as well. Again, the loot is, basically if it's, you're fighting stuff and it's like you put down tier 5 difficulty, it'll probably give loot more like a tier 3. Again, yeah, we know people will probably be doing the I'm just gonna make a room to room to room to room, and that's part of why we have to do that. Oh, another big thing that we hope to get in the dungeons that I haven't talked to Star too much about the details, just because I've been so busy with stuff and down at the data center or down home sick or on trips. But I've talked to a few people about is the dungeon teleporters, and that is something that'll probably come up, ways to link dungeons together. With the idea, one of the original dreams I had was you can travel the entire map world without ever going above ground. You can do it through dungeons. We're going to give players the ability to do some of that type stuff. There's some rules that'll be applied to it, though, just so we don't have like a room where it's like, here's a room, and here's the 50 teleporters to my 50 friends' dungeons, which feels both kind of cheesy and...
That sounds cool. Like a library of dungeons.
But we'll probably have it... we'll see what we do. We'll see what we end up with the final rule set, and we may end up doing it. But it'll probably be more like you can place them, but they take up a significant number of points, and you can't place them too close to other ones. So they'll be more like dungeon exits. That you put the dungeon exit there, it'll be more like a dungeon exit where it's a dark hallway. You get the fade out screen. Rather than it just being like, here's a room with 50 teleporters to 50 dungeons. Oh, and then you won't be able to place too many of those close to each other. So, but I was already saying, like, the minecart may be the cool thing, is like that 5 exit minecart one, because you can like have the exits to 5 other dungeons on that one that you just have right there at the entrance. You can jump on the minecart and go to any of 5 dungeons, and they're far enough apart that they don't conflict with each other.
Insinuating some of our players min-max systems. Need to find a place to post up to receive.
That looks good.
Fish rewards right here. This is a good one.
Well, people are already there, so seems like a good, place as any.
I put my fish.
All right. Well,
you don't want me to show my lame dungeon? I made a cool dungeon.
We're out of time. You showed off another stream.
All right.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Chris.
Oh, am I done
You're
here?
welcome to stay. You're welcome to stay, but fishing contest. I need to get there.
And hey, Star, I realize that I am connected to you guys not with VPN on, so I can't run my GM client. So when I turn on my VPN, there's some odds I'll be kicked off of what are you, Skype here. So you might need to call me back.
Okay. All right. So those of you who are here for the fishing contest, it starts in 3 minutes. And we will be checking the timestamps for your fish. So, and again, the rules are the largest fish is the winner.
Length.
The length. Yeah, so we're checking length. And you'll turn in your fish to list Rostov, and you can turn your fish in at any time starting at 4 p.m. But if you turn in a fish that was caught before 4 p.m. or after 4:45 p.m., that will not count. And again, we will be checking the timestamps on those. And again, the contest starts in 2 minutes in South Fetid Swamp. And we will be, it is a fetid fishing contest. Very exciting. And turn in your fish to the character List Rostov. He's standing, I think we're fairly near the center of the map, across from the ruined castle, on a ruined dock. He's wearing the scarecrow hat, which is what a lot of people wear when they are fish.
Put your flies on there and you don't get sunburned.
Yeah. So very exciting.
You can add me as a friend or whisper me if you're having a problem getting to the scene, and we'll summon you as best we can. Oh, so we're just waiting on a timer, right? Ooh,
yeah.
1 minute.
1 minute.
Oh. Oh, here's Keith. Cool. Here to help, or is Keith going to do something?
If zone splits, we will send Sanyo to the other scene.
That'll work, and you can hand your...
Yeah. But right now, we don't think it's the scene split.
What bait is required for fetid? You can do whatever you want. I think all the baits work. I think some baits might work better. I am not really a fishing expert, SB, but
yeah, we could.
worms work. There's a couple types of
Worms.
The bait fish worms.
Oh, we have more prizes. And the fishing contest will start in less than 1 minute.
Oh, less than 1 minute. I've got 1 minute, 3 prizes before.
Oh, fishing contest starts now.
Ah, now.
Okay, and we'll do prizes.
Prizes. Ready for prizes?
Yes.
Okay, prizes. Avatar's Radio mug goes to Gwen Lian. Avatar's Radio t-shirt goes to Grimace. Valentine's gift boxes goes to Usco. Valentine card goes to Buckaroo Banzai. All right. Natural Cavern Dungeon set goes to Megmas Nova Stalker.
Nice.
Jeweled Party Dress goes to Michael Berg. Replenishing Fireworks Mega Set goes to Sestra. And 2018 Winter Ultra Set goes to Duncan McLeod.
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 It's McLeod. You'll say it's McLeod.
McLeod.
McLeod. Thank you, prize winner. All right. And remember, there's 2 ways to be eligible to win a prize. You can make a purchase in our store, and purchases help us get us to our stretch goals, which is more stuff for everyone. Or you can go inside the game chat and type, "Let the good times roll." All right, and we are now getting the contest going. Remember, the longest fish wins.
Yes.
We're doing by length, and I will be keeping notes for the winners. You can turn, you don't have to wait till 4:45 to turn in your fish. If you catch a trophy fish that you think is a winner, a rare fetid fish, you can turn that in as soon as you catch it to list Rostov to be a candidate for the prize.
We're getting a lot of people. I don't know how many people it is. 80? Say 80. Lots of people fishing. Fishing in their fish masks. Reception. So trophy fish to me, and then we'll just keep them all. I'm being handed a fish, I'm not sure. Got Alder, what you got? A small alligator gar. 1.8. That's the first entry. They left me all. I need a pen.
Okay.
1.8.
Leeches are the best bait for the fetid water. Goliath catfish is the best fish, is the rarest, longest fish you can catch. Tarpon and gar are the next. So if you catch a tarpon, gar, or Goliath catfish, you are pretty much guaranteed to win. What you got?
Can you write down Alder?
Oh, yeah.
Bozart 1.8.
Alder, what?
Bozart.
Can you show it to me?
Bosardt.
Oh. And you have it in your inventory?
Yeah, here's the first submission. Harp.
Should make a bag. Make a bag.
Oh, I absolutely should.
Yeah.
This is. Well.
You should make a bag and keep them all in a separate bag.
You know my bag. Let's name this small writing desk.
Yeah.
Got my Christmas box from Wiftum. Rename it.
Yeah. Great.
And the fish in this river stand no chance. Or in this swamp.
Alright, so I think it's starting to split, which would mean that we've hit 128 probably. Make sure
Okay.
you're on the most current version too, everyone. I think 128. I mean, we're
No.
getting there. This might be like
Yeah.
Bazlore. Both time I'm reusing the squirrel box for fish. Ooh, small Goliath catfish. 1.5. Very nice.
1.5. All right.
Find the one that
Vastlore. All right. Vastlore so far is in the lead with a 1.5 small Goliath catfish.
Oh, gar. It was a small alligator.
Small.
That is 1.8. So actually,
Oh, wait.
he's in the lead. The small alligator.
Oh, sorry. I misspoke. Alder Bossart is in the lead with a small alligator gar at 1.8. In second place currently is Vastlore with a small Goliath catfish at 1.8.
1.5.
1.5, sorry, 1.5.
Yeah.
Alder Bossart, first place so far with a small alligator gar at 1.8. Vastlore, second place, 1.5, small Goliath catfish.
Oh, we got more in.
Oh,
More coming
getting
in.
more.
Ooh, sharp-tooth catfish.
Sharp-tooth catfish.
There is a done. Wait, you have to actually hand it to me. Yeah.
And we will return your fish after
Yeah.
the live stream.
We'll give them all back or mail them all back. So we got a sharp-tooth catfish 1.4. That puts you in third of 3.
Paulus, who is that? Paulus what?
Paulus Polaris.
Polaris. All right, Paulus Polaris with a 1.4 sharp-tooth catfish.
Just nudged out by Boris Mondragon.
Boris Mondragon.
1.5. So keep fishing. You can submit another fish if you.
Well, no, but Paulus will still get a prize because we have runners up.
Oh, nice.
Wait, so what did Boris have? Sorry.
1.5.
Yeah, so why are there only 2 fish in there?
Because they keep handing it to me faster than I can put it in here.
Oh, okay.
I see. Sharp tooth.
Okay, so what did Boris give you?
Boris gave me a 1.5 sharp tooth catfish.
Okay, so. All right, so we have 4 fish so far.
Now we got a Goliath catfish 1.9 from Scoffer.
Oh, Scoffer takes the lead.
Nice fish.
With, what was that one?
1.9, I believe. Let's see.
With a 1.9 Goliath catfish.
Goliath catfish 1.9.
Oh, we should probably check the timestamps on these too.
Oh yeah, we will.
Well, no, if you just look at it, if you just hover over it. Oh, you need to have show dev tooltips going. Oh no, show. Yeah. Yeah, and then hover over it. No, it should show it.
Stella Moon is giving me a sharp-tooth catfish 1.3.
I don't think. I need to see here.
A sharp-tooth catfish from Robin Hood. That's a 1.3. So what are we at right now? I think.
Hold on, I'm looking it up. Hold on. I'm running the numbers. Wait.
There's 1.5.
1, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have to at least be 1.4 right now to be in the running.
Right.
So Stella Moon's 1.3 does not do anything. So you have to be at least 1.4 to be anything.
Vespers is not. Yeah, hammered fish, Vespers. Scoffer is pronounced scoofer. I don't think that's true.
Just,
Calling him. And
all right, so
Alright, we got a sharp tooth from Vespers, but he's not accepting the trade. So I'm going to close that Vespers.
all right, so let's review.
Got another sharp tooth, another 1.5.
All right, that means that the 1.4s are out.
Yep. 1.8.
Wait, we got another 1.8?
No, I was counting myself.
Oh, okay.
1.9, 1.8.
All right. So sorry, Paulus Polaris, you got knocked out, but you can keep fishing.
Keep fishing. If you get something bigger.
So who was that 1.5 that you got?
We got a VASLOR.
Yeah, I got that. A
Basilor.
small Goliath. Yeah.
5. You have Thorizidun Baphomet.
No.
Thorizidun Baphomet.
Thorizidun. Okay.
What's Marg got? Marg's got a 1.5. So she showed me this outfit in protest of fish masks. The ugliest outfit she could think of. But she's still wearing it, so she must like it.
All right. It looks like at this point we're gonna have a bunch of ties for runners up.
We got a 1.6.
Oh,
That
maybe
just
not.
Knocked you all out.
Well, let's see. Hold on. So right now, Scoffer would be 1. Alder would be 2 with the small alligator at 1.8. And then, wait, we have a 1.6 now?
We have a 1.6 from Flare Minamoto.
Flare Minamoto. Okay, wait. So, what kind of fish?
It's a small tarpon.
Small tarpon. Okay. So that would be our third. And then all the 1.5s would be runners up.
Got a folded paper shark.
Oh, nice. Okay, so 1.6 is currently third place. Small tarpon, Flare Minamoto. First place right now is still the Goliath Catfish 1.9 by Scoffer Kata.
I'm getting a lot, and I think people are getting backed up, and they're losing fishing time trying to trade. Do we know if Stania went to another instance or no?
I don't know.
You can keep handing them to me. I'm open to be handed it to. And at the end, if you caught it within the window,
yeah,
we'll wait after the time's up for you to hand it to me. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Sanyo into another instance.
Yeah. As long as you caught it within the window, we're not gonna cut off handing it to me. We've got an alligator gar. Whoa, that's the new winner. 2.5. So that's. And he took the pen. Glad veg. Goliath catfish. Oh, Vassler's already got 1.7, so they've outdone their earlier catch.
Okay.
Sturgeon
All right.
2.2. Can you get sturgeon?
Hey, folks, if you're in a scene by yourself or you're not seeing other people, that means you're either set on single player or you're in an old version. We have not maxed out this scene. You need to be in open multiplayer, or you need to be in the current patch version. So, all right.
We got 3 winners as you walked out.
3 winners? What do you mean 3 winners?
3 ones that'll kick it out.
Oh, that'll kick out the 1.5s?
Yeah.
What do you like? What?
We got this 2.5.
What, a 2.5? Holy moly, what?
Alligator gar.
Wait, a 2.5 alligator gar. Who is that?
That's from Vladimir Benjamin.
Whoa. Okay, hold on a second. That resets everything. Vladimir. Whoa, this is an upset for sure, people. And we're only 14 minutes in, and we've already had a major upset.
Did you get Taiki Vetria? I don't know
No.
how to say your last name, Taiki.
No,
sorry.
hold on a second. 2.5. Okay, that's right now. That's the winner, right?
I believe so.
And then we have Taiki Vetre.
He's got 2.2 small sturgeon.
Okay, that's now number 2. Holy moly. Vetre. So I think, okay, Vetre. Wait, what? Say that again. Let me see that again.
Vetrae.
Okay, and that's a small
Sturgeon
at 2.2.
2.2.
2.2. Okay, and then what? You said there was a third one?
I'm looking. I might not have moved it to the box. They're coming in. They're coming in hot.
Hot fish, people. Hot fish.
Did we get this? Yeah, we got that 1.9.
Wait, there's I saw two 1.9s in a row, though.
Did you? There's a 1.3 and then 1.
Okay. Wait,
Wolverine-
no, I saw 1.7 in there. I don't think I had a 1.7 recorded.
That would be 4th place, right?
Wait, I don't have a 1.9 either.
Do you not have 1.9?
No.
Okay.
What's
that
the
is
1.9?
a Scoffer.
Oh no, I have that one.
Yeah.
That's Scuffer. And then what? And a 1.9. I don't. And then a 1.7. I don't have that one.
That's Vaslor. You got it right there. Oh, he gave me another one. That's
Oh,
right.
he gave you another one.
Yeah, he gave me a Goliath catfish. So he's
Okay. Well.
improved his bid.
Okay. So then, yeah. So we got only one entry per person. So he gave you a 1.7.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So there's a new standings, people. All right. So number 1 as of now is Vladimir Begamo. Number 2 is Taiki Vetre with a 2.2 small sturgeon. Number 3, Scoffer got knocked down to number 3. And then our first runner-up would be Alder Bossart at 1.8. And then Vaslor is our next runner-up. So all the 1.5s and even 1.6 got knocked out. So at this point, to even compete with runners-up, you need to have a 1 point. Yeah, you got to have at least a 1.7 to even be tied for one of the runners-up.
Yeah, don't hand them to me if you're under.
If you're under
1.7.
if you're under 1.7, you're not even competing.
Nope. 1.8 is to tie the runner-up.
Yeah. So to review, we've had a stunning upset in our first fetid fishing contest, our third fishing contest ever here in South Fetid Swamp. Our current winner is Vladimir Begamo with an alligator gar that is 2.5. Wow, huge. And very hard to catch.
Yeah.
Taiki Vetre is at number 2 with a small sturgeon. Sturgeon is where we get caviar, by the way. Number 3 is Scoffer Kada with a Goliath catfish, 1.9. That was number 1. But that was the upset. He got knocked down to number 3. And our first runner-up is Aldar Bossart with a small alligator gar at 1.8. And our second runner-up is Vaslor, Goliath catfish, 1.7. Stunning upset. Exciting fish.
Oh, sorry.
Gotta scoot over a little. Trying to get Vascorpor to stay on camera. His hat's on camera, but he isn't. So I know his dialogue is super exciting, so we want to make sure that he stays on camera for his super exciting dialogue.
I'm not the best person to have on stream. But
No, you're
I'll
what?
try it.
I'm confused. I thought the fishing contest went till 4:45.
It does. But you can turn in your fish at any time.
Okay. You're just announcing now. It sounded like you're announcing winners.
No. Well,
Just
the
making
current
it
winners.
exciting, like it's a sports broadcast.
Yeah,
today.
exactly.
Yeah. So, funny thing, Chris doesn't understand how sports broadcasting
Come
works.
from behind victory. I think he's got it.
Yeah, so we're not announcing the final winners. We're just announcing who's in the lead, just to be
Alright.
clear.
It's 1.7.
Yeah, Chris, come on.
1.7 is not long.
Just saying, everybody out there thought the same thing. That you guys thought the fishing contest ended.
No.
1.8 is the new
Fishing
limit.
contest-
It's very exciting. You're making it exciting.
Goes till 4:45, so you have another 25 minutes to beat
Oh,
2.5.
We got a 2.6.
What? A 2.6? Oh my god!
Tia
What?
Alessa.
Another upset? Who is this?
Tia Alessa.
Tia Alessa. I'm running out of room to write on the paper. All right, this is okay. So what kind of fish?
It's a sturgeon.
A sturgeon.
Put these in the bag.
A 2.6 sturgeon. I gotta rerun all my numbers again. I'm running out of room. All right,
That's what spreadsheets are for.
Tia Alessa is now number 1. Tia Alessa springs into the lead. Who's playing music?
Playing a little swamp music.
Oh, Little Deliverance. All right. Tia Alessa, number 1 with a sturgeon, a 2.6 sturgeon. Number 2, everyone gets knocked down a notch. That means number 2, Vladimir Begamo with an alligator gar at 2.5. Number 3 now. Is Taiki Vetre with the small sturgeon. Scoffer Kada is now a runner-up. And now Alder Bossart is the last runner-up.
Oh, Lord British is reminding
So-
people, just type /friend space Lord space British and you will become Lord British's friend. I told someone that I met just outside the office who was an Ultima fan. They're like, oh, so is that like a QA guy that you have playing? It's like, no, it's Lord British.
It's
all
me.
the time. Become his
I'm
friend.
in fishing right now, and all I'm catching is like
He's
catfish.
fishing now. He was over here somewhere.
All right, so what that means is don't turn anything in unless it's 1.8 or better. Okay? You got to beat 1.8 or better to get into the running. That's the current leader list. Sorry if I was confusing by saying things like winner. I meant to say current winner, not the winner, leader. I'll start using leader instead of winner. I'm a bad sports announcer. Terrible. I'm going to turn in my sports announcement license.
You'll just get moved to smaller market.
Yeah.
College.
Yeah.
I figured out what's wrong with here. The normal sports announcers, if you were a football announcer or something like that, that'd be great. Or horse race guy. But when you're at the fishing tournaments, they went right in there.
You might scare the fish.
You're
Yeah.
scaring the fish.
Oh, I'm
Yeah,
scaring the
you're-
fish.
You're supposed to
Oh.
be whispering, not being too excited.
Gonna be beautiful conditions.
Oh, yeah.
We could Joe Bucket.
You can tell that I've watched a lot of fishing
We'll
shows
Joe
and
Buck-
contests.
we'll Joe Buck
Or
announce it. Still
or any
fishing.
sport event ever.
Lighter Hernandez still fishing. Still fishing. Still fishing. Oh, it might be hard to do
Everyone fish like the wind.
the hand stuff.
Yes, here's my impression of sportsing. Yes, we sports better than these other sportsing, but in the end, they outsportsed us. We sportsed our best, but they were better sportsers than us.
It all comes down to points on the board. What's the Steve Martin did a New Yorker article like that. It just all comes down to putting more points on the board.
Well, it's like bowling announcement. There was a thing the comedian did about the bowling announcement. Well, he really wants to get a strike here. Well, yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think pretty sure that's what he wants to do. Like, well, that's what all sports comes down to. They really want to get a touchdown here. Yeah, you think? Think that's what they want to do? You really want to catch the biggest fish here. That's what you want.
They're trying to illegally persuade the judges for 20k gold and like you can't do it when my chat's on the stream.
Yeah, you can't.
Hey, but my chat's not on the screen. I take bribes.
Oh, Richard said he'll take bribes.
I'm not saying I can help you win, but I'll take the bribes.
Okay, I won't.
Don't scare the fish.
I won't play my instrument.
Don't talk too loudly, or the fish might be scared.
I don't want to scare the fish. I think my audio.
They're
is
asking
a
where.
lot
People are
louder.
asking where to turn in the fish. Where to turn them in.
When you catch a fish, find List Rostov, who was in a central location but has been wandering around.
I didn't move far.
He's wearing a floppy hat.
I got a purple name. Be it N for name, please. Upcycling guy.
Also, Sanyo took a tour around and he's counted 6 people so far who are fishing while wearing fish heads.
Perfect.
Is that like camouflage?
I'm
Yeah,
sure it
so you're
helps.
tricking the fish. I'm
Sure it
your
helps.
friend.
Scared.
I won't eat you. I'm a fish man. I'm one of you. One of us. One of us. All right, the turning in has slowed down now that people know they have to get better than 1.8.
We do. I think we do have some people in other instances too, so we'll give them time. If you've
No,
got...
according to Ken, we do not.
Oh, we don't.
They're
Okay.
either in single player or they're on an old version.
Okay.
According to Ken, there are no other multiplayer
What's
instances.
our new minimum right now?
Our minimum is 1.8,
And that ties
and that
the runner-up.
that ties the last runner up.
2.6,
All right, yes. To review our current leaders,
2.5.
Tia Lessa is at the number 1 spot with a 2.6 sturgeon. Next is Vladimir Begamot with a 2.5 alligator gar. Next is Taiki Vetre with a 2.2 small sturgeon.
Oh, that's just a regular sturgeon. Oh no, did we got TLS? You said that? Oh, that's the winner. That's the current leader. The leader.
Yeah, don't say winner.
Don't say winner.
It confuses everyone. And then our runners-up. First runner-up is Scoffer Kada with a 1.9 Goliath catfish. And then our second runner-up is Alder Bossart with a 1.8 small alligator gar, which is what you have to get to tie for last runner-up.
How much longer do they have to fish?
They have 17 minutes.
17 minutes. Oh,
17 minutes to fish. And we have some amazing prizes. We didn't even talk about the prizes.
Oh, I didn't know. I thought it was.
So, first prize is a player-owned town village water lot property.
Whoa, that is an awesome prize.
Second prize is an Obsidian Tower village water home, which, by the way, is also the Merits Prize this month. Third prize is a gondola water decoration. And the runners-up will both, or however many runners-up we get, will get a nautical basement entrance eternal pattern. So those are the prizes. All right, and remember, we have a bunch of expirations today. In fact, I think I forgot to mention expirations earlier.
Oh,
Yeah, I think you've not mentioned it at all today.
What?
Alligator gar.
Oh, no. Another upset has happened, people.
There's still time too. There's
All right, what do we have?
a large alligator gar from Devian Loon. That's a good swamp fishing name.
Devian Loon
Did he hand it to me? You gotta accept the trade.
had
I did.
a large alligator gar 2.7.
So,
I gotta rerun all the numbers again. Like look at this crazy sheet. It's a mess. It's amazing. It's so exciting. So that puts Debbie and Loon in the lead now. Number 1 with a large alligator gar 2.7. Number 2, Tialessa with a 2.6 sturgeon. Number 3,
we could whiteboard him too. Bobby wants to whiteboard the leaders and then keep.
no.
He's here for prizes.
Number 3 is Vladimir Begamo with a 2.5 alligator gar. And then our runners up now, we're ratcheting down. Taiki Vetre now is a runner up with a 2.2 small sturgeon.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Taiki was a winner. Was not winner. Was the leader before. Well, at one time, Vladimir was a winner.
Mm-hmm.
And now Alder Bossart is. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, no, Alder Bossart is knocked out.
Oh, that's
1.9. Scoffer Kada is now the last place runner up.
That's your
so you have to get 1.9 is now the minimum. Crazy upset again. So in order to win today's fishing contest, you have to get you have to be bigger than 2.7, and in order to even place, you have to get at least 1.9. This is amazing, people. Fetid water fishing contest. Prizes.
Avatar's radio mug goes to Takamune. Avatar's radio t-shirt goes to Escher Stormcrow. Valentine gift boxes goes to Beaumaris.
Beaumaris.
Valentine car goes to Lateralis Stinkfist. Natural Cavern Dungeon set goes to Amber Okan. Jeweled Party Dress goes to Torhilda Thorsmaid. Replenishing Fireworks Mega Set goes to Swami. And 2018 Winter Ultra Set goes to Simon Lebon.
Ebo just gave me a 2.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Thank you, Bobby. You give me, was it
small alligator gar at 2?
Yeah.
Okay, who is that? Peebo?
Peebo. P-E-A-B-O.
All right. Well, we've had another disruption with a Peebo giving us a small alligator gar with a length of 2.
That's your new minimum.
Which is, yeah, that's the new minimum. Scoffer, sorry, you got knocked out, buddy. Peebo is now the last runner-up with 2. So that means in order to place at all, you have to have 2 or better. And we have 12 minutes left in the fishing contest. 12 minutes.
Oh, I forgot you can't turn off drunk effects if you
Did you drink?
I'm sitting around.
Our judge is drinking during the fishing contest. Luckily, I am staying sober, so there'll be no shenanigans other than me saying winner instead of leader continually. And this is being reviewed by the Fish Sports Announcement Board right now. They're reviewing whether I'm going to keep my Fish Sports Announcement license. What?
Ellerin Silvertree with the 2.5.
Another disruption, people. Oh, well, actually, that would just tie for third place.
they're getting that big. 2.5 ties for third. Wow.
Yeah, right? Because
Yeah.
that's the same.
Yep.
That would tie for third. So
Yeah.
who's that?
That was Elrin Silvertree.
That's the great thing about fantasy names. They're super easy to spell. Tree. With a, what was it, an alligator guard?
Alligator guard.
2.5. Okay, so the same as Vladimir. So that's a tie for third. All right, we have a tie for third place with another 2.5 alligator guard from Elrin Silvertree.
How much time do we have left?
We have 10 minutes.
How much time do the contestants
Contestants have 10 minutes.
turn in their entries?
10 minutes to turn in your entry. Current, to win the contest, you need a fish that is bigger than 2.7. To place, you need a fish that is at least a length of 2. So,
Alcohol should give us fish buffs. I thought we did that. Many releases over and over.
Yeah.
Beer? I think
I thought
it does.
I know there's a Jira for it.
So 2.3, that's not big enough. Is that big enough to...
Oh, yeah,
be a
that disrupts.
runner-up?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we've got another disruption. What is that one? That's a...
That's a... Hold on. Sturgeon. By Inara Dragon. Is multi-boxing allowed in fishing contests? Okay.
All right. Dragon.
2.3, a sturgeon.
Okay, so, all right, we've had another disruption. That means the minimum to place is 2.2. Sorry, Peebo, your alligator gar at 2 no longer qualifies because Taiki Vetre's small sturgeon is now the minimum to place. Because Inara Dragon's 2.3 sturgeon is now first runner-up.
That is an outfit.
Oh yes, we should give you a bonus for wearing the fishing mask.
You fishing?
Yeah, because like the fish think that you're one of them.
That's one of those things. The first time I saw it, I wanted to protest, but I was laughing so hard that I couldn't explain that it's too goofy because I was laughing too hard.
I mean, it is terrible,
It's terrible.
but that's why it's funny.
Yeah.
But it is awful.
I love the fish people versus the horse people war.
No, I want
can't wait for that.
I want that to happen. Like, I want to see the Twitch stream of the fish versus horse people.
And they win a refund in Steam. Oh, that's mean.
All right,
The game's
7
game's
minutes.
free, so
7 minutes. I'll be right back.
7 minutes. 7 minutes.
All right. Okay. 7 minutes. You need a fish of at least
What are we at
2.2
2.2, and that's even to be
place.
runner-up. Yeah.
2.7 to win our first bedded fishing contest. And remember, this is just one of the many water types that you can fish in our game. We have saltwater fishing, freshwater fishing, fetid water fishing. And fetid water fishing includes fishing in swamps and inside sewers and dungeons. And the fish you can catch are catfish, gar, sturgeons,
tarpon, a couple kinds of catfish.
Yeah.
You said that.
There's even isn't there a skeleton fish too?
I've
thought we
seen
had a
it,
skeleton
but I
fish.
don't know if anyone's caught one. Anyone caught a skeleton fish? It's called. I've never caught one.
Did we not add that one?
I've seen the art.
Anyway, and each of those different water types has different fish that you can catch in it, and different rarities of fish, and different bait types that you can use in them. And then there's lava fishing, which is crazy that you would fish in lava, and you have to use gems because every other bait, of course, would burn up or melt. Yeah. So of course it makes sense that you would use gems. All right, 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
Like someone's using fireworks. I don't know if that attracts the fish or.
It seems like in the real world it would totally it's like throwing dynamite in the water.
Yeah. So have you ever telephone fished in your life?
Have I ever what?
Telephone fished.
What's telephone fished?
You get one of those really old-timey crank phones, and you just split the receiver wires and put it on a wire and give it a good couple and sends an electric shock into the... No? You're from Louisiana. They don't telephone fish and...
No, we reel fish.
Yeah. Well, everybody reel fish also.
And crawfish. My great-grandmother taught me how to fish. And how to crawfish. And how to crab.
How do you get crawfish? They didn't have a lot of those when I grew up.
It's a crawfish trap. It's like a crab trap.
So you put it. Check it.
Yeah. You put they're scavengers. So you put rotten stuff in there mainly.
We'd catch them when we get bored. We'd have a little bridge we'd sit on, me and my friend, and we'd have one salmon egg and wait for the crawdad to grab it, and then wait half an hour for him to eat it, because if you pull it up any sooner, he's just gonna let go.
Yeah.
It got really slow.
All right, 3 minutes. Three minutes for our first bedded water fishing contest and our third fishing contest ever. It's been pretty exciting. We've had 4
lead
upsets.
Changes.
Yeah.
Avoid the poison contestants. The giant green fog is not good for your health. Oh, any lore or trivia for the story of South Fetid Swamp? Didn't it used to be a prominent castle? And who attacked it? Did the undead attack it? This is an Esteban scene. Did a great job. It's not one I made, so I'm not intimate with the.
So there was like a royal family that lived in the castle, and then there was they were attacked by.
This is the scene of the battle.
I think the obsidians, right? And then there's the ruins, and there's a whole narrative, and there's clues and a story about it, and so this is all the ruins of the battle and the corpses.
It's a neat scene though. So it's one of the newer ones. So check it out.
Yeah.
They built the castle in the swamp and sunk. They built the second castle in that swamp. Built the third one that caught fire and that sunk in the swamp. But the fourth one.
Right. All right. 2 minutes. Reminder.
2 minutes. I haven't got one unique fish yet. I keep all the normal stuff. That's why I'm using worms.
2.2 is the minimum length you need to place. 2.7 if you want to take the lead. Our current leader is Devian Loon. Taiki Betre is our last runner-up. 1 minute.
Yeah, these are crazy large fish.
Yeah,
Don't
these
feel bad.
are really big.
Are those in meters or are those in arbitrary fish units? Like if I were to make a trophy out of it, is there a correlation or are they just...
Yeah, those are really big. Like if you make a trophy out of like that alligator gar, it will be giant.
Do they get their fish back?
Yeah, we'll give you...
No, we're gonna burn all the fish at the end.
Are you guys moving around? I keep trying to track you down. Are you moving around?
Yes, we're gonna give everybody gets their fish back.
I did move once. I haven't moved in a while. I'm gonna set some fire.
All right, this is it. The contest is over. Thank you everyone for participating. If you've got a final fish to turn in, it has to be 2.2 or better.
Well, we got some coming in. I think people are probably using all their time to get the biggest fish. All right, green thumb Sifo. Let's see, guys. He's got a carp. Is that gonna be carp? That's a nice carp, green thumb.
Yeah, it needs to be a trophy fish, which means it needs to have length data associated with it.
Where's Murden? What do they have? Got a catfish. Not okay.
Not a trick.
Yeah. Don't show me all the fish you caught. It has to be because only one person can trade with me at once. You're kind of gumming up the works. Those are beautiful fish, though. Good job. Show me after the live stream.
You're very nice. You're very nice, Travis.
That's what I was gonna say.
All right, anyone got fish to turn in, or has everyone turned in their best fish?
Whisper me if you can't find me, and I'll wait. We'll wait. People would like to release fish back to the wild.
We'll get right on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, one more. A carp.
No, it's the same person. Keeps doing this. Carp, catfish. Those are indeed fish.
You have caught the fish.
Good job. I'll take that.
Good again.
Anybody else? Anybody else? The time is over. Now we're just waiting for anybody who may have caught one during the time to come present their fish.
Oh, Green Thumb gonna give you a carp again?
No.
All right.
Fish.
All right. Well, I think we're going to make the call.
And, okay, last call. Last call now.
All right, we're going to make the last call here for prizes.
What are we at? 2.2?
2.2 is the smallest to place. 2.7 to take the lead. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're going to make the final announcement here. I can now say winner. Okay, so our runners-up, our two runners-up are Inara Dragon with a 2.3 sturgeon.
Very nice fish.
Yeah,
Huzzah,
very
huzzah.
nice. Very nice. And then Taiki Betre with a 2.2 small sturgeon. Coming in with a tie at third place with both of them catching an alligator gar at 2.5, Vladimir Begamo and Ellerin Silvertree. And second place, Teolesa with a sturgeon at 2.6. And our first place of our first feted fishing contest ever, and our third fishing contest, goes to Devian Loon with a 2.7 large alligator gar, like one of the biggest alligator gars. So congratulations.
And what did they win? Did they win a car?
I think they won a water village lot.
I will announce. Here are the prizes. So first place won a player-owned town village water lot. Second place won a Obsidian Tower village water home. Third place won a gondola water decoration, and the runners-up won nautical basement entrance eternal patterns.
Oh, did we check the timestamps?
We'll check that. Yeah, we'll check. We'll check after the stream in case there was any cheating.
Yeah.
We will announce
shame them.
Yeah, we'll shame them.
What do you think? Could we permanently force someone to wear a fish head hat and not take it off for a month? Is that something we can enforce?
I wish we could do that. If we can't do that, I wish we could, because that would be awesome.
That'd be good tech for lots of stuff.
Yeah, because especially knowing how much people love the fish masks.
All right.
Love them. So thank you, everyone who participated in our first ever vetted fishing contest. Everyone. That was awesome. All right.
That
concludes our fishing contest. That was great. Thank you for
back your fish.
We'll mail everyone back their fish after we check the timestamps. That was awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
and thank you.
Everyone. Thanks for participating.
And thank you, Travis, for all your hard work on the fishing contest. You did great.
Great announcing. I think you'll go down in the fishing contest announcer Hall of Fame.
Really? Yeah. I'm not going to lose my fishing sports license. It's under review now.
The virtual fishing announcer category.
The fishing.
I think I've never heard anyone better.
You've never heard? Yeah, because you watch a lot of fish.
I said in my virtual fishing contest announcing. I've never heard better.
Yes, yes. I'm virtually incomparable. Virtually the best. Fantastic. All right. Well, we've had an amazing live stream. Thank you, everyone. A reminder, today is the last day to buy our winter items. So winter rares, so all the 2018 winter items and all the winter recurring items are expiring at midnight tonight. And also, the small crown package is expiring tonight. So the 4 crown package. So it's your last chance to buy all of those items today. All those things are going away. The winter recurring items will be back next winter season, but the 2018 winter items are going away forever. And that 4 crown package is going away forever. So last chance to get those items. Also, reminder that you have a chance this release all month long to get the stretch goals. And we're going to do something a little different this month. We're just going to track them for the entire month. So instead of turning the stretch goal tracker on and off every weekend, we're just going to run it and track revenue for the whole month, because that's basically what we've been doing. So we're just going to try that out for this release. And so what that means is any purchase you make during the release will count towards those stretch goals. And so that's a great indication of how we're doing for the month.
How you're doing.
Yes, how you're doing and how we're supporting and how the game's going. So,
we're running low on time. I did want to talk a little bit about the store, Crown Store.
Oh, go ahead.
We haven't talked at all about it.
Okay.
So this is something from metrics. We know that not many people have even touched it or know it's there, because we added a little button in the upper right-hand corner. There's a Crown Store. If you look up there, the second button from the right. But if you hit that now, that has everything that's in the store, but in game for crowns. We've added this for a number of reasons, but it's easier for us to maintain. It's easier for players to use. You can pretty much just click on something, click buy, and it's in your inventory, appears instantly. You can filter on things. You can go up and type in Elven, and it'll show you by category, here's all the Elven clothing, here's all the Elven weapons, here's all the Elven whatever. It's super, super convenient, and it's as you type it, it shows up there. But expect a lot of stuff to be going in. The one thing I did have players tell me that the reason they had not been using the Crown Store was because the prices for the website are lower because they're on sale in the Crown Store. We're actually going to be fixing that tonight, and for now lowering them to be the web store prices when the items are on sale. And then we're going to go back and we're going to make some modifications to those over the next week or two. Some going up a little bit, some going down a little bit, but get them while they're hot. Go try out the Crown Store. And also, since metrics did show, as I promised, metrics did show nobody's clicking on that button, I'm going to be bribing you guys with a little pay-to-win-ish type stuff of making it so if you buy any item in the store, you'll get a buff. I'll probably get that live maybe Monday or Tuesday of next week. But you'll get a buff that'll be like a one-day buff, kind of like a blessing or whatever. Trying not to make it too pay-to-win, so like you only have to buy like a one crown thing. So go buy your crown for your potion, Obsidian Crown Potion, and you'll also get like a buff. It'll be a random buff pulled from a list of, I'm going to start off with about 20, but there'll be more than that coming up. So go do it. You'll get a buff. Give it a try. I'm going to make you open that button. Click the button.
Click the button.
We try to get you transition to in-game store instead of a big giant cash shop that you can't manage, and we can't manage.
All right, and if you haven't logged into Release 62, please check it out. Lots and lots of great stuff. Quality of life improvements, including lower property taxes, the ability to upgrade your lots with crowns, a row lot deed for finishing the outskirts quests, a village lot deed for finishing the story. Both of those can be gained even if you've already finished the story previously. There's information in the instructions about how to do that. There's a new player dungeon rooms type with it's called the Natural Caverns, Valentine's items, new live stream items, the Release 58, Release 59, Release 60 live stream items. There's masks can be used as patterns for helms. You can enchant black slot items now. So cloaks, wings, backpacks, quivers, those all can be masterworked and enchanted and used as patterns for back slots. Pet balance for summoned creatures. So the creatures that you summon in the magic schools have gotten a first pass at better balance on them. The game is getting better and better every release. And this is our 62nd monthly release. And this time, we still managed to get it out on time despite having to move servers, having our tech director out sick. Tons of other things were happening. We still managed to do it.
And the holidays where everybody was out for the holidays.
Yeah, and Christmas holidays. And prior to that, Release 61, the longest release ever. Thank God that's over. Although I will miss saying Dark Winter. I got to say it. I got to say it. Yeah, I got to say it by saying how I missed it.
I just didn't like it because it was hard to come up with Dark Winter themes.
Yeah. But it's finally over. The long, harsh Dark Winter is over. And now we're in the spring. The Carnival. And now it's time to celebrate with the Carnival. With our Carnival stretch goals. So, Carnival colors, masquerade mask, jester wand, jester mask staff, brewing theme, basement hatches, formal dress, tuxedo, ballroom, dungeon room, jester outfit, all sorts of cool stuff coming up as we move through the month.
I think your hat's already in the game, but I don't think my hat's in the game.
No, we don't have.
I thought we had a jester's hat. Maybe.
No, we have a jester mask. We don't have a jester hat.
Mm.
So we need that. And don't forget, Monday is the release dance party in Radio City, which not only is celebrating the release, but it is also celebrating the 5th anniversary of Avatar's Radio. So we're super excited about that.
Speaking of super excited.
And we have one more prizening.
One more.
That's outrageous. One more prizening.
Yes.
We ready?
Yes, do it.
Final prizening. At Avatar's Radio, so let's give some Avatar's Radio stuff away. Avatar's Radio mug goes to Josiah Fleetfoot. Avatar's Radio t-shirt goes to Caballero.
Caballero.
Yeah, Caballero,
come on,
yes.
man.
Valentine gift boxes goes to Luno. Valentine card goes to Blackbeard. Natural Cavern dungeon set goes to Cyrus Rat. Jeweled Party Dress goes to Kuban Veliki. Replenishing Fireworks Mega Set goes to Chaotic 1. And 2018 Winter Ultra Set goes to Zorn.
Awesome. Thank you for the prizes. And remember, we'll be having our weekly live stream as normal next week. And you'll be able to win prizes by doing this month's secret phrase, which is let the good times roll, or by making a purchase on a store, because there's 2 ways to do it. No purchase necessary, because that is the law. And I forgot to mention the entire live stream that SodaCon tickets are now on sale. So SodaCon 2019 tickets. So check out the forum for more details. And I think that is everything. Don't forget, winter items are expiring today, and the small crown items are expiring today. And congratulations once again, all of the fishing contest winners. And thank you everyone who participated and joined us for the fishing contest today. It was super exciting. I had fun. Who knew fishing could be exciting?
I did.
Fishing is awesome.
Fishing has always been one of the most popular features in Ultima Online and Shroud of the Avatar. Come on! Of course it is.
All right. Lord British, would you like to say anything to exit us out?
Indeed, I would. Thank you very much. Which is, hey, everybody, really thank you so much for the years of support and our continued support. It really is a thrill to be in making this game and playing this game alongside you and with you as partners. And especially now that we've made it through that super long release and are back into our regular cadence again, it's going to be exciting to see what comes down through the next few months. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Back to y'all.
I just want to say thank you for all the players. Again, I mentioned it. I mean, obviously, we appreciate the financial support to help us make the game, but also just the amount of feedback and passion in the community. It's also one of those funny things, too. I frequently get the people apologizing because they were mean or whatever about something or another, their favorite feature that they really wanted. But I always tell people, and I mean it when I tell them that, it's like, well, I just know you're very passionate about the game. So it's kind of a good thing that we have players who are super passionate about the game, that you want to make it better, and sometimes you're a little mean. But anyways, appreciate everybody. Also a reminder, next telethon or next stream on next Friday will not be normal because I will not be here.
You'll be at Disney World.
So what do you mean by not normal? Why does that make it not normal?
Well, because I'm normally on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's going to do it?
I'll be here.
All right, then.
And I might wear my jester hat again. All right. Well, thank you, everyone.
Before you go, can you take off your jester hat so we can see if you have a line around
your
head?
Sure. Yeah.
I'm sure
totally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
I'm not wearing it.
Yeah, and I'm going out to dinner right after this. So I'm going to have this really nice line on my head. Yeah. This would be awesome. All right. Thank you, community. You guys are awesome. And I say this often. When you're in the game, enjoying yourselves, take a moment, look around at the things you are doing and seeing, the weapon in your hand, the tree that you're running past, the creature that you're fighting. You made that happen. We are a crowd-funded project. We are a community-driven product. That means that you made everything you see around you happen. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for making that happen. And we'll see you next week. Thanks.
Yeah, it looks like you're wearing like the little rubber hat with the little skin, the fake
skin
thing, like the fake bald hat thing.
Yeah,
That's good.
Bye. Bye.